guys are national guys. This crew's a NCAA tournament crew in here today.
I mean, it's the New River City game.
That's
what you expect.
Highlanders in those gray New River City uniforms, donning the colors of the city, red, navy blue, and light blue. Elon wearing the road garnet trimmed in gold, as you see the lineups we just talked about. And should be a good game today from the Dedman Center. Elon opens in their man-to-man as Antoine has it between the circles. McKinnon on him. Now they switch off. B.A. goes left baseline. 5 to shoot. Kenyon Giles into the lane, lofts it up and off. There's Archer, and he's going to be called for coming over the back, wave off the basket. That's exactly how Justin Archer lives, and he gets a whistle immediately.
Looked like maybe there was a little shove there on number 4, Sherry, for Elon. Again, Justin Archer, a guy that is always going after offensive rebounds. I'd kind of like to see that one be let go, but there certainly was a little bit of contact there.
So a foul on Archer. As you see, Elon in the half court now, and Sherry goes underneath, and that's going to be a foul as Quan got caught in the air. And we talked about this lineup and this basketball team. TK Simpkins is a kid from Northwest Florida State College, and he is their leading scorer coming in, Cole, and he's able to get to the basket, and he's going to have a couple free throws coming his way.
And ironically, he's the only player that you're going to see on the court that's, from Elon that's not shooting elite from three-point. He's a guy that's going to balance that out and get to the rim, which you saw him do there. Elon likes to move without the ball, and Radford fell asleep on that first possession.
He played at the same community college as Radford's Justin Archer, so they know each other very well. And he misses both free throws, so a break for Radford as DeAndre Pierce is into the game for the Highlanders, replacing Archer, who picked up that foul. No score. Radford 2-0 at home. They've had 2 Division III opponents. Elon looking for their first road win of the season. Quan went underneath, and Pierce couldn't handle the pass. There's a turnover. That's officially the second one. And Elon in the half court.
And DeQuan Smith did his job there. Pierce has to come up with that for what should have been an easy dunk.
Dorn misses a left wing 3. They're going to shoot a lot of threes. That's their M.O. Here's Antoine stepping back. His jump shot is good, and Radford has the first points of the game. Nearly a minute and a half gone by. It's 2-0.
And that's something I want to see more from Radford, attacking in transition. This is a team that is playing very slow this year. Again, a lot of plays late in the shot clock.
Higgins, their point guard, another one of the new players into this program. Simpkins gets it down to Sherry. Over in the far corner to Dorn. He drives in, had it blocked by Pierce. He had 5 blocks the other night, but it's picked up by McKinnon. And then you had bodies on the floor, and I think DeAndre is going to be called for a tough foul. He's just laying on the floor. There was contact against McKinnon, and this is going to be 2 more free throws. This is a tough break for Trey.
Yeah, and after the block, you see him just kind of fall to the ground, and he just so happened to fall right in to McKinnon. That's kind of a tough one there.
Wow. A big guy like that battling down low, man. You got to give him a little room to come down. So McKinnon on the free throw line, and they missed their first 2, but he knocks that one in. There's not enough adjectives for Max McKinnon. Just a sophomore. Plays on the under-20 national Australian team. He's CAA all-rookie team last year, preseason second team. He already has 6 double-figure games this year. He's a good player. They set a record with 127 points in their last game against their Division III. And they've missed 3 out of 4 free throws. It's 2-1.
Again, a little bit of pace out of Radford. I like that. You don't have to score in transition, but when you attack early in the shot clock, you put pressure on the defense.
Quan along the right elbow, 10 on the shot clock. Antoine left side. Gives it up to KG. That's a long 3, and it's an air ball. Possession will go back to Elon. It's interesting, isn't it, Cole, to watch the way Elon plays. They definitely want to get out in transition. They want to shoot threes, but they do a nice job getting back in transition. They like to slow you down in the half court.
Yeah, that's a good recipe. When you're a team that on offense, you're a volume three-point shooting team, and you're efficient at it, and on the defensive end, you can guard late into the shot clock.
There's the 3. They're going to rain all day. Simpkins hits it. And Elon's on top 4-2. They shoot as a team just over 40% from behind the three-point line. And TK Simpkins takes a lot of them. Here's Truth Harris going into the lane. Shot was blocked, but he was fouled on the floor, I believe, by Dorn. So 2 free throws coming for the first-year player, Truth Harris, who's starting to get more confident each and every time he steps out onto the floor.
Yeah, with more minutes, he's getting used to Coach Nichols' system. And again, he's a guy that can bring a little change of pace there. Extremely fast player, a guy that can, one dribble move, get to the rim, cover a lot of space quickly. And there you see him get to the rim and draw the foul.
And he is leading Radford in free throw attempts. This will be number 30 for him. Now 21 out of 30 as he makes the first. It's 4-3. Shows you he gets a lot of his whistles when he uses that quick first step. Get to the free throw line as he gets in the lane. Elon with their first substitution. Ned Hull, freshman, into the game. Or check that. That is DeAndre Smart. Kid who tore his ACL last year. Just a few games into the season, back this year. We're tied at 4 after Harris makes both free throws. There's some nice ball movement, and there is the aforementioned Smart for the layup, and it's 6-4.
We talk a lot about Elon's three-point shooting, but they move extremely well without the ball. And it's very hard when you have to push up on the three-point line. Elon knows if Radford overplays the backdoor cut. We've already seen 2 of those.
Here's Antoine stepping back and hitting the 2. And we are tied at 6. Nice to see Brian Antoine hit a couple of jumpers early. He hasn't had a lot of offensive volume over the last couple of weeks. Always a terrific defender, but Radford needs him on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, he seems very assertive here early on.
Here's Simpkins, a step back 3. He missed that one. And Antoine rebounds. Down the floor, outlet pass to Chandler Turner. He throws it out to Harris, and Radford's going to reset. There's that Elon transition defense we just spoke about.
Yeah, very good. Chandler Turner had what was going to be a wide open layup, but Dorn able to get back in transition.
We're under the 16-minute mark, so the next whistle brings us to our first media as Antoine's going to draw it going up and getting hit on the shoulder. 15:52 to go, so Antoine on the line. He'll shoot a couple free throws when we come back as we're all even at 6. More coming up. Stay with us on a Sunday afternoon from the Dedman Center.
There's something for everyone at the...
It's kind of a reoccurring thing that he had when he was at Lenore-Rhine, so they're going to play it safe. They expect him to be back for next Saturday's game against North Carolina Central as we have free throws for Brian Antoine trying to untie the basketball game. We're even at 6 here on a Sunday from the Dedman Center. Antoine has always been terrific on the line, and he makes the first. Last year he was 90% from the stripe. He's only missed 2 in 14 attempts coming into this afternoon's game.
Tell you what, he has just come out tonight and been very aggressive on offense, which I like to see.
And he knocks down both. 8-6, and BA has 6 of the 8 Radford points as Elon very quickly brings it into the forecourt, but traveling going to be called. Yeah, you can see it as Smart took one too many steps before he tried to fire that back out to L.A. Pratt for a 3-ball.
Well, and I think that was Truth Harris who covered that ground just incredibly quickly. Again, Elon had somebody open, and they're going to shift to zone here again with Radford's penetration early.
They expected a lot of it today, the Radford coaches. They said they're going to see more zone today than they have maybe all the other games combined so far. As there's a little gliding right-hander by Kenyon Giles. The Radford lead is 4, 10-6.
Well, those of you watching on TV, that looked very easy, but I promise you that is a difficult move, the way Kenyon Giles just split the zone defense there.
There's a long 3 along the left side, and it's an air ball put up by Higgins. Offside rebound by Antoine. After a little bit of momentum right now as Turner, transferred from Bowling Green, sets the screen out front for Giles. KG gives it back to Turner.
He likes this matchup.
He's going to whirl in. Little fadeaway jumper is good. And Radford has doubled now their lead. 12-6 over the fighting Phoenix of Elon.
Just a heads-up play there by Chandler Turner. He noticed he had a lot of big height advantage.
Well, there was not a travel call. Usually when you see a player fall to the floor, they'll whistle him for steps. We had a jump ball tie-up, so the ball will stay down here on the Elon end after Radford won the opening tip-off. Justin Archer back out there for the Highlanders.
You mentioned T.J. Neesmith being out. One big strength of this Radford team is depth, Rick. There's a lot of guys that, if somebody has to miss a game or is in foul trouble, there are people that can step up.
Nice drive to the goal by Higgins, young man from St. Francis, Brooklyn, one of those transfers. They had a lot of them, clearly. And it's 12-8. That ends a Radford run of 6 straight points. Make it 8 straight points. And Harris turns it over. Higgins comes out of there with it. Out to Irvin, a trailing 3, and he got it. And that's the way they want to play right there. They will always look to penetrate and kick. And it's 12-11, just like that. A very fast 5-0 Phoenix run as they fall back into that 2-3 zone.
And Irvin's a guy that's a local product, Gate City player who actually played in this gym several years ago against the Radford Bobcats. So he's familiar with this place. And if he can get the shot off, you didn't do your job on defense. He's that good of a shooter.
Antoine, right corner, hits another 3, and he's got 9 already. By far the best start he's gotten off to from the offensive standpoint this season. 13:37 to go, and Antoine with 9 already over his season average. Here's McKinnon, he's been quiet so far, gets a screen. The 6'5 Aussie, skip pass to Irvin, another 3, and he hits it again. 15-14. Irvin comes in. 42 of his 52 field goal attempts were 3s entering today, so you know what you're getting out of number 14.
Well, he's 12th all-time at Elon. He needs 6 to move up to 11th, and I didn't think we would need that nugget, but he's well on his way to moving up the list tonight.
Quan missed a little 10-footer, and I think Archer got held in the lane. And it looks like, I think Mark Schnurr was porting at Kendon Campbell. No, it's on Higgins, and that's his second, so he'll leave the game. 12:59 on the clock, 15-14. Radford by 1, being led by 9 from Brian Antoine. And Archer catches the inbound, and a silly foul there by Irvin. Just kind of reached in and smacked him. And it's an and one situation for Justin Archer. And this is the way that he makes his living, huh? Next to the rim.
Yeah, and that was not a design play. Every underneath out of bounds, you always tell your bigs, if the defense is playing the play and you can seal your guy, do that, because that's going to be better than any play we have there. Justin Archer saw that Irvin had his back to the ball and just slid in, carved out some space for the easy bucket.
Arch this season, 72% from the field, 52% from the free throw line, and knocks that one down. And it's a 4-point Radford lead as DeAndre Pierce will replace Justin. Highlanders a post down today with the injury to Neesmith.
I like this full court pressure here from Radford. With their guard depth, they can guard 90 feet and sub guys in and out.
Trenton Walters, the freshman, in, and he's going to just reach into T.K. Simpkins and fouling. We've seen Trenton play quite a bit. He's second on the team in assists with 22. 9 games coming in with an average of 11 minutes for Trenton Walters from Frisco, Texas.
And I love his change of pace. You know, most of Radford's other guards are scoring first guards. He's a pass first guard, and he complements this team well. And as a freshman, you know, Radford struggled with turnovers. He's one of the ones that has the best assist-to-turnover ratio right now.
Irvin throws it to Campbell. He goes to the baseline, and he can't score. Tap on the other side, though, is up and in. They stayed with it. And it's 18-16. I believe that was Dorn. 2-point game as we hit the 12:22 mark.
And Elon's looking to get in that 2-3 zone any make. Anytime they score the basket, they're going to get back in zone.
Walters with 13 to shoot. Right side to Antoine. Another 3 is good. And Brian Antoine continues his sizzling hot start. 21-16. He's got 12.
You know, and I love seeing this. He's a guy that I don't want to say he's really struggled offensively, you know, because he's been solid. He's shooting a great percentage. But I love seeing the assertiveness and aggressiveness, because when he's scoring, this is a whole different team.
Pratt misses the 3. Highlanders with the quick rebound. Next whistle brings us to the under 12. Turner. Yeah, get it in the hands of the guy who's knocking down all of his shots, huh? Here's Antoine. He'll bust them out of that zone. He keeps hitting those long jumpers. 7 on the shot clock. Walters into the lane, lofts it up to Pierce for the dunk. Nice setup by Trenton Walters. And on the other end, Antoine reaches in and nearly had a steal as he jumps into the crowd. A little disappointed in Cole Wilder. Didn't really try to get over there and make a play on Brian Antoine.
I think in that full-speed collision, I'm going to lose that battle every time.
23-16, Radford by 7, and we're back with more from the Dedman Center after this. Stay with us. More coming up.
The warp rift is expanding. All worlds within the Calaxian Veil will be consumed.
This difficulty demands a specialist, an ease specialist.
Yeah, that's me. Geico makes it easy to get coverage for what you care about. Cars, apartments, jewelry.
And what about the warp rift?
I've got you. There you go.
Dust in the cartridge.
Goonie.
From cars to renters to jewelry, it's easy to Geico.
Amanda?
Hi, Amanda. Come on in. Nice to finally meet you.
Thanks so much for inviting me in.
Come take a seat.
The holidays on Dale's farm weren't very festive. Until he saved big on a Bluetooth speaker with Amazon's last-minute deals. And now?
Mamacita.
That llama is part dancer, part prince. Shop last-minute deals now at Amazon.
And the toys that he will leave.
Well, it's been about Brian Antoine right now for the Highlanders. 12 points already. He's got that sweet little jump shot going. Little step back right there was a 2. A crossover. And just a little feathery touch, much like my broadcast partner Cole Wilder used to enjoy during his days.
That was a very nice compliment, Rick.
Well, it's true.
Anytime you can be compared to Brian Antoine, that's always a good thing.
You're having a good day. 23-16. Radford's largest lead right now is 7 points. As they send out Walters, Antoine, Turner, Pierce, and Daquan Smith.
How about this Walters, who just popped in the game? He's only played a minute and a half and has 3 assists already, which basically means each possession he's been on the floor, he's got an assist. Again, he's a pass first point guard who's doing a great job making plays for his teammates.
Simpkins inbounds to Pratt. Season high for Antoine is 13 points. He did that in the season opener in Chapel Hill against the Tar Heels. Simpkins with the much smaller Walters on him, turns, misses the jumper, and Antoine keeps that rebound alive along the baseline to Quan Smith, who's yet to score. Quan, 21 points, was outstanding in that 1-point loss to Old Dominion on Wednesday. And he's going to get fouled here. No, they're going to call this on Pierce, an illegal screen.
And I think that's the right call. He was moving, and again, that's something, Rick, I've said it pretty much every game. I think that's an area Radford has struggled with. And that's not only a foul, that's a turnover as well.
Well, you know, and yeah, that's right. That's the point right there, Cole. That's a turnover. I mean, that's what we're looking at here, right? Already, Radford with 3 turnovers. It's been plaguing them. Sherry with a jump hook. Look at that, the little left-handed hook shot in the lane. 23-18. That ends that Radford burst. The points. Phoenix down by 5 as Kenyon Giles from right to left flips it in to Kyle Burns into the game for the first time.
Here's what's tricky with Sherry. You can't really help there because you got 4 shooters around him.
Shot fake by Burnsy over the Archer. Justin fumbled it away, gets it back. Giles with 5 to shoot. Into the lane, scoop shot, short. Rebound kept alive, out to Turner. We're under 10 minutes. Burns' left elbow jump shot is up and off. Rebound taken by Irvin of Elon. Quick outlet pass down to Simpkins, back to Irvin. It's going to go up for 3, and he's going to hit another one. Wow. 23-21 in rhythm The Phoenix playing the way Coach Taylor wants here more often than not so far in year 2.
And again, Irvin's one of those guys, I said it earlier, if he gets the shot off, you didn't do your job. There's no such thing as contesting his shot. You have to completely take it away because he's a bigger shooter. He can knock it down with a hand in your face.
It's going to be a foul against Sherry. Hold down low. 5th team foul against the Phoenix, first on Sherry.
Looks like Elon's going to play a little zone underneath.
Lob play out to Turner. 9:20 to go in the half. Competitive ball game, 23-21. Highlanders lead the all-time series 9-5. They won 68-53 down in Elon last year. Turner with 3 with 2 has to put it up, and he'll miss. Pretty good defense by Elon. Pratt down the floor to Irvin, and this time his 3 is blocked by Quan, but they're going to call a foul. Couldn't quite get there soon enough, and this is going to be 3 free throws for Irvin. Tried to give the Phoenix the lead, and so far this season, Zach Irvin, an 86% foul shooter. As you mentioned, Cole Wilder, the kid from Gate City, wanting to have a big game here. Place that he played before.
And perhaps one of the toughest plays in basketball is closing out on a great three-point shooter because, again, you don't want him to get the ball up, but you also don't want this to happen. Send a great shooter to the line for 3. So, again, Quan Smith in a tough position there. You have to contest it, but you can't foul.
And Irvin's free throw is good. And we are even at 23. Quan is out. Antoine back in. They have sent Dunn back out, or Dorn back out, that is. 24-23. Elon with the lead. .8:45 in the half. Big run by Radford, and now Elon has gone on an 8-0 run that's ended there with that rattle 3 ball by Turner.
Chandler Turner has been good from 3. That 3 is going to push him right over 70% on the season, which is just incredible from 3.
Pratt gets a step by Archer and lays it in. L.A. Pratt ties the game at 26. Turner said, I made 1. Why not try another one? Heat check. He's off the mark. Rebound by Dorn. Down to Simpkins, and he goes in and scores. Wow, a high riser. And Elon leads by 2, 28-26 at the 8:05 mark. Timeout by Darius Nichols. Transition defense, right? That was something else that the coaches had talked about. And the Highlanders not doing a great job so far in that department. 28-26 Elon. Media timeout as well. We'll take it here on a Sunday from the Dedman Center.
Alone, chicken.
Jerseys today. Crystal Hubbard, you were over there by the huddle. What do you got here as Radford starts this possession?
Well, Coach Darius Nichols, he wants to see his teams. You know, one of the things they focused on coming into the game would be transition defense. Right now, you've seen the player fouls go up, and that's because of poor transition defense. So he wants to see that tightened up with his team over the next little bit.
Keep an eye on that. Foul here on Elon in the half court. Team fouls are now even at 6.
Again, it is 2 kind of contrasting styles of play. Elon does want to play fast. I don't believe they've lost in games where they've scored 80 or more. Coming off a game, Rick, with 127 points.
That's right, against Warren Wilson. That set a program record, as did the margin of defeat in that game, as Antoine's going to glide in and get fouled again. That was a 127-56 win for Elon.
I'll tell you what, 127 points in a 40-minute game. I don't care who you're playing. That's a lot of points. I feel like you might have done that in a video game one time.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Antoine again being aggressive already with 12, and he's going to earn himself a couple free throws to try to tie the game, and he'll make the first. 13 points. And it's 28-27.
one thing Brian Antoine can bring to the table. We know he's a great three-point shooter. When he gets to the rim, though, he's hard to defend because if you foul him, he's a great free throw shooter. So his ability to score at all levels is tough to guard.
28 all, 14 points for Antoine as the Phoenix bring it across. Simpkins to Irvin. Man-to-man for Darius Nichols. That time Antoine gambled for the steal, couldn't get it, and boy, you can tell the natural scoring instincts for TK Simpkins. He puts it up and in, and just like that, they lead by 2. They want a high-scoring game, Cole.
Yeah,
Elon.
They do, and Radford doesn't really like that style of play. They want to grind out possessions.
Down low, Archer from Antoine puts it up and in. That was a nice pass. I love how patient Justin Archer is when he catches the ball down low.
Oh, he knows when he gets the ball, he's the strongest player down there, so nobody intimidates him. He takes his time, creates space. What a great play.
Oh, they go back door. Sherry. Textbook basketball to Higgins. Boy, John Wooden would have loved that.
And I tell you what, Rob Higgins just ran a complete loop of the free throw line there. Sam Sherry found them wide open. Great offense.
32-30.
As good as they are in three-point, I've been more impressed with their ball movement. And that's not the shot you want.
That's not a good shot. Rebound right off the front of the rim by the Phoenix. They lead by 2.
And here's the hard thing is we've seen Kenyon Giles make that shot plenty of times this year, but early in the shot clock.
Kenyon Giles knocks that ball out of bounds. Elon will keep it with 13 to shoot. You know, they're sitting here in this game, and they're up by 2, and McKinnon only has 1 point for them. He hasn't been active at all. So it shows you the supporting cast, which Billy Taylor is very happy with what he was able to bring in to go with some of the returning players last year who got through a tough year one. They only won 8 games last year. They already have 5 wins so far here, and we're just starting the month of December.
Yeah, Rick, you were really speaking Elon up before the game. You know, they were picked near the bottom of the CAA, but they are definitely better than the pundits predicted them preseason.
And they were unaware of the shot clock there as it was Dorn holding it as the buzzer sounded, and they will turn it over.
And I think you're right. I don't think they were aware there, Rick. There was no real sense of urgency.
No, I had no idea. In December, Darius Nichols just 3-10, but yet he's 7-0 on Sundays as the Radford head coach. Something's got to give today, Cole Wilder.
Yeah, that is the storyline of the game. Will he stay undefeated on Sundays?
Well, Radford Nation hopes so. Here's a lob down to Turner. He'll get away from his defender and go up and score. Chandler Turner reties the game, this time at 32. 5:22 to go in the half. And now Simpkins is going to draw a foul on the floor. And he's going to be on the line shooting a 1-and-1.
That's where Truth Harris did give him a little bit of
he did.
A little bit of body, and as quick as he is, he needs to just move his feet. It's okay if you get beat your guy to a spot, pick a spot, turn him around. Although if you're going to put somebody on the free throw line, you know, Simpkins, we saw him miss 2 earlier.
And he misses another one. We have a jump ball here on the rebound. This time it'll go to Radford. Simpkins again from Northwest Florida State College. They lost the NJCAA title game last year. Must improve on his free throw shooting, at least here at the Dedman Center. But he did come in only 63% from the line. And I say only because he's such a high volume scorer.
You know, this is a little different look here for Radford. I'd like to see them attack against that 1-2-2 full court pressure.
Tied at 32 as we approach 5 minutes in this first half. Kenyon Giles is Dorn in front of him. Now he's going to step back, shoot the 3. He's going to miss it. Pierce hustles for the rebound. Radford's going to reset here.
And those are the possessions I don't like. You know, you get it across half court and really nobody else touches the ball. Again, Kenyon Giles is a great on-the-ball scorer, but after a couple passes, he's even better.
Antoine with a step-back jumper hits another one. Well, that's the guy today for Radford. He's answering the bell every possession. And it's now the Highlanders back on top by 2 as Simpkins misses a 3 and Archer rebounds. 16 already for Antoine, a season high.
And attack. You have DeAndre Pierce up the court. Truth Harris was up the court. He wants it again, Rick.
Why not? Here's Harris from the elbow. Down low to Arch, but the ball fake. It's knocked away by Higgins. Body's on the floor, and Elon comes out of there with it. Good hustle play by the Phoenix.
That was actually very good transition D there for Radford. They did not have the numbers.
Smart puts it behind his back. Nice move. Goes into the lane. Can't score. Harris rebounds. So far, Elon just 4 made threes in this first half. Next whistle takes us to the under 4 media.
And I'll tell you what, players on both sides are winded right now. Those were a couple of up and down possessions.
And a holding foul on Smart out front will take us to that media timeout. 3:28 to go. We're at the under 4 media, and back and forth we go. 34-32 Radford. More coming up from the Dedman Center.
Every year as I carve
the offensive end, so it's nice to see that even when he's not scoring, when he's playing more of a facilitator role, that Radford is still able to score. And why is that? Because Brian Antoine has stepped up in a big way.
Free throws coming of the 1-and-1 variety to DeAndre Pierce. 5 of 11 on the line this season for Trey. Crystal Hubbard was over talking, or listening, not talking. And a free throw pinballed out on him. See, Hub, what do you got?
Yeah, they don't too much let me talk in the huddles, but
you should.
Yeah, Coach Nichols was saying, on offense there, he doesn't want them to force the offense. Just because they're called an offense doesn't mean they have to force it. They have to take what the defense gives them. The other thing is, on defensively, he was proud of their transition defense, something that was a focus coming into this game. He did like what he saw in the last possession.
There's another handsy foul down low as the freshman Kendon Campbell will get to the line.
Rick, I think you're onto something. There's a couple times this season we would have liked to have sent Crystal into the timeout.
Yeah.
With some.
Absolutely.
To drop some knowledge.
So Campbell on the free throw line, 9 of 10 this season before he takes this first free throw. And boy, they're missing a lot of them today. They are now 4 of 9 from the line. Radford 7 of 7. That's not a recipe to win a road game.
No, and that's a big story. That's very good for Radford.
Or any game, for that matter. Missing over 50% of your free throws. Here's Truth Harris, right side in the corner to Turner. CT, step back jumper. That's his shot. That little baby step back that he has from 10 to 12, 15 feet. Any of those distances, he seems very comfortable.
And his release is so high. He's got kind of a unique shot. He releases it so high, it's hard for the defenders to contest his shots.
36-32. Higgins between the circles, right side. Down low, they get it to Campbell. Campbell muscling his way in, missed it on the other side, got fouled. Boy, he's working hard. Kind of looked like he may have thrown a little forearm action into the chest of Archer, but he's going to be rewarded with 2 free throws.
Yeah, you don't usually see Justin Archer move like that, which makes me think that maybe he got away with an offensive foul there. But again, I like when they let him play.
Before the game, Cole, Billy Taylor said that one of the things that he knows they had to do today was match Radford's physicality. I think reading between the lines, when you're a high-volume three-point shooting team and that's what you try to do, that maybe there's a little bit of an attitude that maybe your team's a little soft or maybe they don't like that kind of play. He said that twice to me in the pregame, so maybe that's the kind of thing he's looking for right there out of Campbell.
Well, I do think you assume that, when you have a great shooting team, you kind of assume they're finesse players, not guys that want to go battle around the rim. But so far, again, they've held their own against Radford, who I think's a pretty physical team inside.
And Campbell, life's easier when you make free throws. Makes them both there. 36-34. Trenton Walters going to check in here at the 2:16 mark. Radford on top by 2.
So here's what I want to see. 2 minutes left. Can Radford go 2 minutes in crunch time without turning the ball over and get shots? They have not been able to do that at key times this year. What a move.
Walters into the lane, and he's going to get bailed out with a foul. He threw that over on the wing. There was nobody there.
You are exactly right, Rick. That was about to be a turnover. I think he did draw a little contact late there, but got to be careful.
The Walters will be on the line shooting a couple of free throws, trying to give the Radford Highlanders a 4-point lead again. Very subdued crowd here on a Sunday, and he misses the front end of a 1-and-1. First miss on the line for Radford with 1:54 on the clock. Elon looking to tie or take the lead with one of those threes they like to take.
They're looking for it. You can just see Higgins trying to find his guys.
7 to shoot. Pratt instead is going to go to the goal, reel it off, and Campbell the follow, and a very late whistle.
Way.
And this is going to go against Radford. Going to go against Walters. Wow.
I want to see that again. Walters was just on the inside looking for the rebound. That is not a foul at all.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there on Trenton Walters.
He was, if anything, I thought that was a foul on Campbell crashing.
Campbell on the free throw line. We'll look at it after this first free throw, but that really looked like, if anything, you just let that go, right, without a foul being called. Free throw is good. All right, Cole, find the foul for me, Cole.
So if you watch, Trenton Walters is just jumping up.
Well, you know what? It looked a little more, well, let's put it this way. I still agree with you, but he did jump up and make a little contact. So it wasn't as egregious as I thought. How's that? Is that fair?
I'll give you that. It's about the same amount of contact you see on every rebound,
correct,
on every possession.
Well, this is true.
Game.
This is true. 4 free throws in a row for Campbell. We're tied again. 36 all, 1:25 to go.
Or you do have to give credit is usually the person who is more aggressive is going to get the call. So shout out to Campbell there for crashing the glass hard.
Kenyon Giles along the right side, and he turns it over. Dribbled it right off his foot. 6th turnover by Radford.
And that's back-to-back possessions where the first one you missed the front end of a 1-and-1. The second one you don't even get a shot. And that's something that Radford has struggled with at key moments this season. Simply getting a shot.
And Isaac Harrell on the right side to Higgins. And now what do we have? Whistle away from the ball. Did we get a...
So Giles got switched on to Campbell there, and
yeah,
Campbell saying that Giles was holding him. Giles is saying that Campbell's holding him.
KG picks it up. And they're back on the line shooting too. Campbell going back to the line again.
And again, he's getting the calls because he's working. You know, if you work, officials will usually respect that.
And he makes the free throw, and Elon leads by 1. We're going to see it right there.
Looks like a hold on Campbell. That You know
what? Do you think that's the size differential? Because first it was Trenton, who's diminutive, and KG much shorter as well than Campbell. You think that's what they're looking at? I don't know. It does look like incidental contact. Campbell, by the way, now can't miss from the line. He's made 6 straight, and they lead by 2, 38-36 with 53 seconds in the half.
All right, so if you're Radford here again, going back to what I've said last couple of possessions, got to get a shot up, got to get some movement.
Antoine, who's got the hot hand, haven't heard from him in a while, misses the jumper, and that ball's going to go off of whom? Archer. Back to Elon. 39.4 seconds. There's a 9.4 second difference in the 2 clocks, so they can't hold it for 1 here. They lead by 2, 38-36. Kind of score that Elon likes, averaging 84 points per game.
Elon just finding the mismatches. They like this matchup of Irvin on Truth Harris trying to post up.
Campbell trying to set a screen. Dorn's going to dribble back. Archer comes out. Now Dorn thinks he's quicker. Steps back for 3. Missed it. Rebound by Campbell on the follow, and he's going to get fouled again. And you know what, Cole? You hit it right on the head. He's working very hard, much like we see Justin Archer do, game in and game out, and he's getting rewarded. That time, I believe that was probably legitimate.
And I love the Justin Archer comparison because, again, he's getting offensive boards that he shouldn't get. He's just outworking pretty much the entire Radford team right now. That's a couple possessions in a row of that. And, again, he's getting rewarded for that.
So Campbell's free throw. He's made 6 in a row, and he's now made 7 in a row, and their lead is 3, 39-36. Phoenix have won 4 out of 5 in their last 2 coming in, and this is their 3rd game against a Big South Conference team. They lost at Winthrop by 8, and they beat Presbyterian by 3 on the 27th.
I'll tell you what, they played Winthrop well. They were leading for much of the game.
Campbell misses. His streak is over. Radford down 3 with the ball. No timeout here from Darris because he's already called one. Here's Truth. Left side to Antoine. Back to Harris with 3, with 2. A 3 ball at the buzzer for the tie. He got it.
Wow.
Truth Harris knocks it down. And we go into the locker room even at 39 as I'm going out on a limb there.
And it may happen on these first 2 possessions here. I would love to say that's a bold prediction, Rick, but not so much.
Elon with the ball from right to left.
Oh, they looked at it, didn't they?
McKinnon immediately gets the basketball, throws it over on the right side to Dorn, but he misses the 3. Radford gets a stop, and here comes Antoine, who led all scorers in the first half with 16 points. Radford counters from left to right. Let's see if they try to spring Daquan Smith.
He's away from the ball right now. Maybe they're drawing something to get him the ball late. Ooh, a little short.
Yeah, it was a tough shot in the lane there. Kind of bunny hop, one-arm shot there from Kenyon Giles.
Yeah, Kenyon Giles has a good floater, but I think there he might have been anticipating somebody contesting it and missed it. And Archer had a good chance to rebound it, but didn't know it was going to come up short.
Sherry working hard out front, hands to Simpkins. Simpkins to the lane. This time Archer able to lay back and block it cleanly. It'll be 16 to shoot for the Phoenix as they inbound.
And underneath out of bounds is where you really have to watch Elon again because they have 3-4 shooters on the floor at all times.
Here's Simpkins gliding in and scoring. I really like him, man. He's a young man that's adding a lot to Coach Taylor's squad. 41-39. TK Simpkins, a sophomore. They lead by 2.
Yeah, as much as we talked about their three-point shooting, haven't you been impressed with their ability to get to the rim?
Yeah, I really have. Those guards. Yeah, they're not a one-trick pony. KG this time, a little more square, misses the runner, and there's Archer doing what Justin Archer does. He could build a whole house district down there in the paint area. That's where he lives. We're tied at 41.
And you said something earlier in the first half about his patience. You know, a lot of players would get that offensive rebound and feel the need to immediately put it back up. He brought it down, secured it, had confidence in his strength, and was able to finish it.
McKinnon a hook. Over to Higgins and an offensive foul. You saw it from over here.
And I think Kenyon Giles there getting a little revenge for that hook that happened on him in the first half.
Tied at 41. 18-18 to go.
Let's see, at some point you got to think Quan Smith is going to get the ball on a handoff. Here it comes, here it comes. Oh.
Antoine instead, left side, is going to glide in, get hit, and one. Brian Antoine with the right hand knocks it down, and the Highlanders lead by 2. An old-fashioned three-point opportunity for Brian Antoine, who's having his breakout offensive game here this season today.
So what we've seen all season is we've seen good Brian Antoine. Good Brian Antoine. We've been waiting for great Brian Antoine, and he has showed up here tonight. Man, and Highlander fans are just hoping they can keep seeing more and more of this as we get closer to conference play.
And he knocks it down. He has 19. I believe his high is 21, which he did at High Point last year. 44-41, Radford by 3. We're just over 2 minutes gone by after the break. Higgins finds Simpkins. He'll go to the goal again.
Yeah.
Did he just lose it? He did. Coach Taylor saying the ball was tipped.
Yeah, Justin Archer was in the right spot and just held his ground, and Simpkins just lost it.
Billy Taylor not happy. Radford basketball.
You almost think Elon's trying to deny Quan Smith the ball a little harder than some of the other players.
Well, they do there.
Yeah.
Higgins with a reach in. Yeah, it does feel that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're shading him a little bit. And there's
McKinnon. But he shot an air ball. Simpkins on the weak side. Rebounds, gave it right back to McKinnon, and he has his first field goal. 44-43. And let's see now, usually when the scorers get their first bucket, right, that gets them going a little bit.
And sometimes it takes a little chippy layup there to get you going.
Here's B.A. leaning in, got stripped by Dorn. McKinnon out to Simpkins, back to McKinnon, and he's going to miss the shot but draw the foul. And, boy, he hit the basket stanchion really, really hard. Is he okay? He's holding the back of his neck. That was not a collision that you envy.
Yeah, it was just a awkward foul. I don't think KG meant anything by it. It was just the angle of the play. McKinnon did have a tough fall there.
Right, just the momentum of the. He's okay, though. That's good to see. And he has a chance to give Elon the lead. We mentioned he hit that layup. Cole's right. Sometimes just a little layup sometimes will spring that confidence, and we've seen him now be involved in the last two opportunities, but he misses the free throw. They've missed 7 free throws.
And just how the turnovers have been the Achilles heel for Radford, free throws have been the same for Elon.
And they came in at 73%, one of the top shooting teams in their league. Makes the second. He's now got 3. All right, now let's see if DeQuan Smith can get his first bucket. We're tied at 44. Quan's taken 1 shot in the game. Antoine. Over to Truth Harris. 13 to shoot. 44 all.
Oh, did he hold his ground?
I don't know how Turner kept from turning the ball over there. Ball is kicked.
From our angle, it looked like he jumped. If he did not jump, that was one of the best ball fakes I've seen, because I was for sure he left his feet.
Maybe we'll get an angle. We're watching the replay. Oh, that was close. Here's an inbounds to Truth for 3, and he'll knock it down.
And that's the second time we've seen that, Rick. That was not the play. If you're opposite the inbounder, you have your eyes open. And I think was that Quan Smith there that saw Truth Harris open.
McKinnon tried to throw it back to Campbell, and there's a turnover. Just the 3rd of the game against the Phoenix. 16:08 to go. 47-44. DeAndre Pierce back in, and also see DeQuan Smith over there talking with Darius Nichols, watching him as he walked down the floor.
That's one of those conversations where, tonight might not be your night. Elon, again, really keying on Smith. I think they're denying him a little harder than maybe some of the other players for Radford.
Here's Antoine. Nice pass down low to Arch, and he got rejected by Campbell out to Dorn.
I'll tell you what, Campbell has been very good tonight.
Yeah, he really has. He's working against Archer. What a great matchup that is. 1-on-1, and Campbell misses the jump hook, and Trey will rebound offside. Ryan Antoine gets a screen. Here's Quan. Maybe now is his time. Nope. He gives it up to Antoine. He'll shoot another 3. He'll miss that one. And there, foul on the floor going for the rebound. That won't be 3 free throws, however. And Radford will keep it at the 15-24 mark. That foul came after the ball was off the rim. 3-point Radford lead. Cole and I back with more after this. Stay with us from the Dedman Center.
Get great seats.
And he's also been switched on to a ball handler several times and held his own. He had a good 3-point contest earlier in the game.
47-44. Quan, is this his first field goal? No. Pierce with the rebound, puts it up and in. And a 1. He got a whistle on that. Couldn't hear it. But DeAndre Pierce gets the continuation, 49-44. Crystal Hubbard, what did you just find out for us in the Radford huddle?
Well, obviously they're very energetic right now, but they said in the huddle, no stupid fouls. They want to make sure that they're making headsy plays on defense, but also trying to get the ball and force turnovers among Elon as much as they possibly can. They're like, hey, enjoy the process. You know, we're doing what we need to be doing, but they just need to enjoy the process and continue to do what they know to do in the game.
Trey misses the free throw, and they almost had another chance with the rebound. And here come the Phoenix down by 5. They've gone into a little bit of a scoring drought, courtesy of that Radford defense.
You know, one of the biggest cliches in basketball is it's a game of runs. And there, Elon with a rare turnover.
You know, that's already 4 turnovers for them in the second half. They had 2 at the break, and now they're up to 6.
I think a little bit of that can be contributed to Radford, a little bit more energy on defense. And, you know, that's one of the things we said, Rick, is not only does Radford need to take better care of the ball, but they need to force more turnovers.
49-44. Radford by 5. Truth Harris out front.
Nice back door.
There's Quan for the layup, and it rolled out as he got fouled. Nearly another and one. Quan with a little bit of a sarcastic grin. He was watching that one kind of do the whirly bird across the rim, but now Radford getting some penetration. This has been big for them. Look at that ball just go down all the way around and decide not to fall through the nylon.
And I tell you, one thing that's good for me to see is him laughing out there, having a good time. You know, he's into the game, even though he hasn't scored, although that may change.
No, he misses the free throw. We're at 14-44, and Daquan Smith has not scored in this basketball game. And that's amazing to me to see Radford up by 5 with that being a factual statement about this afternoon. And he makes that one. C-Hub, what you got?
I think you guys are 5 for 5 on the broadcaster's curse for Quan. Maybe.
You think?
Yeah, I think you might be.
Which is going to be good for us in crunch time of some of these big South Conference teams.
That's right.
Jinxing the opponent. You know.
And ball's knocked away by CT. He'll come down and get rejected, and Elon can't save it, or they do save it, but Archer catches, and now Radford going to reset. Quan with a shot fake. Gives it back to Arch. Great pass for the layup, and that is just picture-perfect basketball from Daquan Smith.
And again, a selfish player there saying, hey, I haven't scored a lot. I'm going to get my shot. No, he makes a play for Justin Archer. Great team first play there.
I love that. Team first, Daquan Smith, despite the high volume that we're used to seeing points-wise. And this is the largest lead of the game for Radford, 52-44. We'll take a break. We're back with more. Highlanders heating up from the Dedman Center. (52-44), Radford by 8. We've been talking about Brian Antoine and how well he has played. Well, this Radford team, 8-point lead without any field goals from Daquan Smith.
And again, that to me is a good sign. And, you know, I said it before the break, I love seeing Quan Smith. He could have taken a tough contested 3, which he's made plenty of, but no, he found his teammate Justin Archer. And look at the defensive intensity here. Radford is locked in.
Sam Sherry against Pierce, lobbed it over. That's that left hand again by Sherry, and he knocks it down 52-46. He's very comfortable with that natural left hand of his.
And with 4 shooters around him, you can't really send anybody to double. Usually you want to double the post if you can. Oh.
They needed that. That was an 8-0 run by Radford, ended by the Sherry left-hander. Foul out front on Irvin. That's the 6th foul against Elon. Radford's been hit with 1 so far.
That was one. Irvin was, you know, just in a tough spot, kind of lost his balance. And you're right, Rick. Radford needs to attack the rim here for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Be on the line, and one more whistle the rest of the contest. 9 of 13 from the line, so they have done a good job. Here's Harris wide open, top of the circle. That had to be a missed assignment. And he gives the Highlanders an 8-point lead with the smooth jumper, 54-46.
That was another play where Radford had a lot of movement. You almost wonder if Coach Nichols had that drawn up for it to end in Truth Harris's hands there late in the shot clock.
Now Quan is going to foul out front against Higgins, and That'll be just the second foul against the Highland.
And that was probably the right call there again. Juan Smith just got tangled up there with Higgins.
Inbounds play coming for Elon. 54-46, Radford in control by 8.
If you're Radford, you're locked in every possession. You cannot give this Elon team open threes. Oh, I don't know. I think that had come out. I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, he missed it anyways, but yeah, it looked like it.
Again here. What do you got here? So Sherry not happy.
It was in the cylinder at first, but Sherry kind of hesitated before he grabbed it. Watch, it looks like it rolls out. I think he did wait for it, but he missed it regardless.
Yeah. Highlanders can go up by double digits here. The long three by Antoine misses. That would have been a new career high for him. He's got 19. 21 is his career. And here's a long jump shot. No good by Dorn. Rebound out to Simpkins. Get down low to Sherry again, and he got bumped by Turner. 12:20 to go.
Good job there by Truth Harris rotating on the Irvin to prevent the wide open three. But then a quick foul on Sherry again. I think you kind of give Chandler Turner a chance to guard him there. They looked at the lob.
And Simpkins misses the and one chance as he controlled his body.
Just 2 quick fouls there on Truth Harris.
So now all of a sudden the Radford foul volume starting to move up a little bit.
You gave me a hard time last game.
I did.
So I just want, for the record again, Radford had 1 foul when you said that Radford was doing a good job since that moment.
Well, last time you were bragging about how many few fouls had been called in the game.
Correct.
And all of a sudden we had like 6 in a row called. Free throw is no good. Boy, that's been the thing today. I know Coach Taylor's going to look back if his team comes up short and go, my goodness gracious. They've now missed 8 free throws. They're 12 of 20 from the line. They're doing a good job getting there, but they're not making them. Rattled that one in. It's 54-47. 12:17 to go.
I mean, a lot of point guards don't like that full court pressure. I think KG actually likes that pressure because it gives him a chance to do what he does best, is make plays. Ooh, but he loses it.
Turns it over there. That's the 8th turnover for Radford. Timeout on the floor. And here is the 12-minute media timeout. 54-47, and we're back with Ryan Antoine with 19 points for Radford. They've gotten 12. Zach Irvin for Elon leads the way. He's hit 3 of 3 from 3. They're just 4 of 13 from distance. That's huge in terms of Radford and what they're trying to do today to prevent them and find out exactly what happens here over the next 3 or 4 minutes. This is big right here.
Tell you what, Rick, during that timeout, I looked up, got a nice little Gate City crew up there behind the Elon bench here cheering on Zach Irvin, who is certainly not disappointed.
Well, yeah.
Good hands by Chandler. Oh, unlucky.
Back out to Irvin, who quickly shot the 3, and that ball's going to go off of Radford, they say.
And Radford dodged the bullet there, Rick.
It's one of those you just hate to see, right? Get a little tap back like that.
Chandler Turner did what he was supposed to do, deflected the pass, and it fell right into the hands of Elon's best shooter.
Corner 3, no good. L.A. Pratt follows his own miss in the lane and scores. They're not hitting the threes, but they're doing a good job around the rim. 54-49, 5-point game.
And that's the second time that's happened in the second half where a Radford defender has not boxed a three-point shooter. Nobody knows where the ball's going better than the person who shot it.
Quick foul underneath. I think Archer got held.
And again, I think some of the work we saw Campbell putting in the first half and some of the calls he got, Justin Archer is getting those same calls here in the second, and that's going to put him on the line, right?
Yeah, here we go now.
That's early.
The parade to the foul line begins at the 11-11 mark. Let's see if Radford can take advantage. Archer cannot on the first. Islanders now 9 of 14, 54-49. Pratt out to Dorn to Simpkins. Highlanders up by 5. Simpkins into the lane, kicks it out in the right corner for 3 to Dorn. He missed it. Good setup. They just couldn't get it to go.
Hey, Dorn's another one of those guys that has been shooting the ball well this year, but I think he hasn't scored either, has he?
No. It's just been a strange game in terms of the folks you're usually used to seeing with some crooked numbers in the scoring column. Like this young man, Kenyon Giles, who has it. He's got just 2 points, misses that one.
Look at Justin Archer working, but Dorn takes it.
Down the floor to Simpkins. He's going to get to the goal again and lay it in. He's been doing that the entire game, just running to the rim. And it's a 3-point game just like that, 54-51.
Coach Nichols said that at halftime, the urgency is coming from the bench for transition defense. You need it to be on the floor where if you make or miss, doesn't matter. You are sprinting back all 5 guys to the paint while finding shooters.
Quan, they're going to give him an and one, and there you go. That's what DeQuan Smith can do. He's so physical. Just because the outside shooting volume isn't there, he can create just like this, Cole. This is very impressive.
And look at the strength here, patience. No, that's tough because that requires 2 things. It requires strength to get the shot up, but then a little bit of finesse to get that floater in there.
56-51, trying to make it the old-fashioned 3-point play here. Highlanders trying to expand their lead. And they cannot. Miss free throw. 5-point basketball game. Simpkins again floats it up. My goodness. He's a terrific looking scorer. 56-53. TK Simpkins came in averaging right at 13 points per game.
It's a tough play where you're driving hard to the left and able to get a floater up with your right.
He's got 14 right now. 15 to shoot, 9:29 to go. There's Truth Harris, 10 points off the bench for Radford. Now Antoine with 4 with 3. He's going to keep it. Fire a 3 for a new career high, and he got it. 22 points now for Brian Antoine, and the Highlander lead is 6. They've taken Quan and KG out of the game, but Brian Antoine there to pick up the slack. Now Pratt goes in and scores with the left hand. They are really good at getting good body angles when they get to the goal. 59-55.
And I'm going to jump back to that previous Brian Antoine 3. He had me nervous a little bit. He was so patient there with the shot clock winding down, but he knew his move and took his time and made a tough shot. But Pratt with a huge follow-up. And that's going to be another one on the line.
Yeah, that's Dorn with the foul, so that means that your best free throw shooter is getting on the line now.
They may have called, did they call just, okay.
So Brian Antoine with a 1-and-1, and this will be the last of the 1-and-1s.
See, they called this on Justin Archer being held on the ball screen, which is just a odd call. Usually the call is going to be on the player with the ball. Okay, they changed it.
Well, this is the guy you want, is Brian Antoine trying to add on to his career day. 22 points. Radford leads by 4. And the front end of a 1-and-1 is good. And he's right around 90% since he got here to Radford from the line. Former 5-star recruit, had originally committed to Villanova. A lot of injuries in his career. Healthy so far here in 2023-24. And he got the friendly roll. 61-55. The Radford lead is 6.
I like this move, putting Brian Antoine on Irving.
McKinnon has not been a factor so far for Elon. Just 4 points. Simpkins has, and he got fouled. Did they call it a 3? Just a 2. And it's going to be an and 1 here. Not the 4-point play, but it's now 61-57. They did call it the 3. Okay. Crystal says it is a 3. I couldn't tell, but yeah, they did call it a 3, so it's 61-58.
That was not a 3.
That's not a 3.
Not even close.
I thought they put 2 fingers in the air. He misses the free throw.
So they called that a 3?
Yeah. I think they're going to have to go back and look at this, I think, at the under 8, which is coming up. It is a 2. So the scoreboard at the arena is wrong. It's 61-57. That's 4 fouls on DeQuan, Crystal points out. Kenyon Giles hits a tough fadeaway jumper. Now it's correct on the scoreboard. It's 63-57. There was some confusion there. I thought I saw the 2 fingers go up, and there's CT. Turner with the steal, showing quick hands into the forecourt for Radford, who leads by 6. With 7:31 to go.
And I have a feeling we're going to see Kenyon Giles go right back to it. Just hit a tough shot. There it is.
There it is. There's the little bunny hop. That's the one he likes.
Oh,
and the tap by Turner. We're going to say it was DeAndre Pierce with the tap. And another steal. B.A. to Turner. Give it back to the guy who started it, but he couldn't hang on to it. 65-57.
Oh, my goodness.
And then Turner, they tried to get out on the break. My goodness. It's not fast break you're going to put in a time capsule and look at years later, but both teams making nice defensive plays. 65-57. Radford up by 8, looking for their largest lead here with Giles. Step back jump shot. Good. And the lead is 10, 67-57 with 6.5 minutes, and Billy Taylor is going to call a timeout. And the Highlanders have spread this thing out to their largest lead of the basketball game. He's setting his feet.
And he's completely redefined the definition of a good shot. You know, if I took that shot when I was playing, I would be out of the game and I would never see the floor for probably the rest of the season. That is actually a high percentage shot from him, that high difficulty step back.
McKinnon and Higgins have not been factors at all in this game. Too much. I mean, Higgins now with 13, but they need a lot more of that, and they have to figure out a way to stop all of a sudden this Radford hot backcourt. Now you have Antoine and Quan out of the game now. Giles out there with Harris and Kyle Burns. 67-59, and Elon needed that. Billy Taylor had a nice design there for Higgins. 8 to shoot. KG doing a lot of dribbling out here. He's going to have to keep it now, isn't he? A 3-ball. No good. Line drive. Higgins did well not to foul, huh? That was pretty good defense.
Yeah, that just wasn't a good possession again. If you get fouled, you're going to the line for 2, so you got to have something, at least a ball screen, handoff, something that attacks the rim, maybe a post feed.
Oh, I don't know what that was from McKinnon. A turnaround jumper. May have been blocked. I don't know. But
I think that was just off.
I think that was just a Rick Watson during Rec League is what that was. 67-59.
You sell yourself short. Speaking of that, I am disappointed that you doubted your running score. You know, there's
not a
lot certain in life, but your running score is usually there.
Offensive rebound, but the ball didn't hit the rim, so KG has to flip it up, and he gets fouled with 1 to shoot. Yeah, I do take pride in my running score. In the history of my 24 seasons, calling the games for Radford, I have never had the running score incorrect. I don't know. You're right. I did not trust myself.
And I can vouch for it. You know, Rick has made a lot, I would even say frequent mistakes on air, but the one thing he has never gotten wrong is the score. In fact, to the point where sometimes officials will come ask you what the score is.
That's what's funny. I've had officials go, what do you have down on your sheet? Because they come by. As a matter of fact, Mark Schnurr, one of those guys who I've talked to, it's nice to have the veteran official Mark Schnurr here, by the way. 68-59, 9-point lead.
I mean, I think we can even say you were on the wrong side of the court. You know, you'd probably be better served.
I could do it. I could probably do it.
You could do both.
I could run the scoreboard right here.
Except you wouldn't do it electronically. It would be a live shot of your
holding
paper
it up.
Pencil notes.
Lord knows I couldn't do much worse. Free throw is no good. So they've got Sherry and Dorn with 4 fouls. It's 68-59 with 4:50 to go.
I think a lot of teams you'd feel good being up 9 with 4 minutes left. Not this team again.
Yeah, right.
They play fast first of all, and they're elite from 3.
Well, let's talk about the Radford defense, right? This team scores 84 points per game. Now, a lot of that's skewed because of the 127 they put up against Warren Wilson. Simpkins triggered, no good, and the rebound foul on the follow from Campbell, who's having a big day just with plays like that. He's got 9 points, 5 rebounds, and he's back on the free throw line. He's 7 of 9 from the stripe.
You know, he has hurt Radford, but again, you were just talking about the defense. Radford knows that that's not the recipe, so they're going to give Campbell a couple. What they want to do is guard the three-point line, and outside of a few bad contests where they fouled, they've done a good job of that.
And Campbell's free throw is good. 68-60. Elon trying to hang around here, give themselves a chance late. Looking for their first road win. Radford trying to go to 3-0 here at home. Really like this kid. I mean, it's Justin Archer, Elon Phoenix style. And he makes them both. 68-61. Campbell's had a strong game. We mentioned 11 points now, 9 of which have come from the line.
It looked like Elon was going to go with a little zone there to force some pressure, maybe wait until after the media timeout.
7-point Radford lead, 4:20 to go as Archer hands it to Truth Harris. Quickest player, Darius Nichols says he's ever coached, Truth Harris. Oh, and that great idea by Chandler. He tried to touch it really quickly to Arch, but the two big men didn't communicate, and it's a turnover for Radford. Their 9th of the game.
And Radford's done pretty good in the second half with turnovers, but again, in crunch time, when you have a 7-point lead against a pretty good team at home, you cannot turn the ball over.
Irvin, next whistle takes us to the under 4 media. And we have a foul out front, and that's going to be the 7th, and that's what you don't want right now. They can try to slice into the lead without any time expiring. 3:54 to go. 1-and-1 free throws coming up for Elon. 68-61. Highlanders on top. More coming up right after this.
Born in the wild. The magic alchemy.
You know, the flow of the game, at least the last minute, has shifted to Elon. And see who's on the line here. Is it Higgins?
Should be Higgins, yeah. It should be Higgins coming
So
up
if he knocks both of these down, Radford's going to start feeling the pressure.
First free throw by Higgins. We'll check in with Crystal Hubbard,
wow.
but he misses the front end, and a rebound by Archer. What'd you get there, Crystal, for this final crunch time here?
And you said it, Rick. It's crunch time, so Radford wanting to be cautious. They want to be strong with the ball, and they want to make smart decisions as they come down the stretch of this very close game.
Well, we'll find out now. This is when you find out a lot about your team, coming off a very difficult loss on Wednesday at Old Dominion. Here's a fadeaway jump shot from Turner, no good. Campbell battling Archer. Those two Warriors down low, and the ball goes off of Justin out of bounds back to Elon.
I'll tell you what, if you love old school post basketball, go back and watch these two guys battling. They've been battling all night.
Still a 7-point game. Here's Simpkins along the right elbow. Skip pass over to Higgins. Higgins got bumped.
Oh, they called the offensive.
Calling it down low on a hook against Campbell before the foul against Higgins.
So it's going to put Archer on the line. He was definitely hooking Archer with both hands here.
There it is. There you see it right in the middle of the screen, right behind the play. Good job there by our camera crew. And there's the bump, but you see the bump came well after Mark Schnurr's call. Player control foul, so no free throws there with approaching 3 minutes to go. And Highlanders on top by 7.
They're going to go to Archer. Feed it to the big fella.
Here's Antoine, career high today, 24 points, 9 to shoot. Turner, interesting, DeQuan Smith not on the floor. Here's Turner, a little step back jumper, no good. Archer with one of those rebounds, and that may be the play of the game, an and one for Justin Archer. What a play by Arch. 70-61, and this is exactly, we said he could build a little house down there and be very happy for the rest of his life, because this is what he does. Justin Archer with 11 points, huge rebound. He's now got another double-double today. I believe now his third of the season. And he'll knock down the free throw, and that may have been the sequence there that puts Radford in a really good place at the end of this one.
A huge play by Justin Archer. I thought they should have fed him the ball, but he said, forget feeding me the ball, get it myself. Tough three.
Simpkins misses. Quan back out there, by the way. They get the offensive rebound. Irvin misses, and now shots continuing to be a problem. The three's not falling today for Elon. It's going to be tough for them to win the way they're constructed when that's the case. And here we are, a 10-point deficit. Radford in control with the ball. 2:08 to go.
Yeah, now the recipe's easy. Just don't turn the ball over.
Quan with 8 on the shot clock. Scoop shot, no good.
Oh,
and they turn it over. Campbell trying to outlet very quickly. Gives it up. And now Radford can just milk the clock a little while. Billy Taylor not going to, well, it was Darius Nichols who called the timeout. We'll keep it here. Minute 46 to go. And a 10-point basketball game. Radford now in a pretty good spot trying to get their 6th win of the year.
I think Quan Smith's a little banged up. Justin Archer, I believe, fouled. You just don't have the time.
Here is Antoine. Over to KG. 4-3 and a dagger. Wow. You betcha. And that one is going to do it. Kenyon Giles. Hadn't had a great shooting day, but he knocks that one down right in the face of the defense. And now they're going to call a foul as Higgins went to the goal. He'll shoot two.
I think it's going to be on Archer throwing Campbell to the floor. Again, those two guys have been battling. And if I'm Justin Archer, I'm being careful here.
Yeah, you don't want any extracurricular anything at this point if you're a Radford fan. They have this thing in their grasp. That three was really huge.
And what a great cross-court pass. I thought Brian Antoine was turning the ball over there. I didn't see KG coming from the corner.
And Campbell makes the free throw. Well, how about our strong move of the game? You want to do that? We know that we've had a lot of big plays in this game. Well, we go back to the first half, and the momentum changer perhaps, right? Truth Harris. Radford was down by 3. He says, you know what? Whatever. 25-footer, we're tied. Let's go to the locker room. And that's our Hercules Tires strong move of the game.
And, that's the exact same shot. Damian Lillard had a famous shot just like that from the same spot. And I know these guys, nice to see Truth Harris getting a chance to do it in the game.
74-63. Both free throws were good. They are not fouling. Turner gets it over to Quan. Back outside to Antoine. Now Turner. They're trying to foul Turner. They didn't want to foul one of the Radford guards, but they don't have much choice. 74-63, a minute 3 to go here as the Highlanders very close to putting this one in the win column. Got to make some free throws, though. Neither team has done a great job in that category in this basketball game. Many fans also feeling very comfortable with the dub heading out here.
And, as harsh as we were towards Radford in the first half for turnovers, they've done a pretty good job here in the second half. And also, I like to see that they forced Elon now up to 11 turnovers.
1 of 2 for Turner. Rebound by the Phoenix, down by 12 with 59 seconds. Higgins out of control. May have been blocked by Pierce. I think it was. Simpkins goes in. Quick trigger on the 3 by Irvin's no good. They get another offensive rebound. 46 seconds. Third time's the charm. Last time out for Billy Taylor. 75-66 with 44.4 seconds. Again, we'll keep
in-state game. So I think Radford has got some good experiences that will translate over. But they have shown up today. This is not a team they were going to come in and beat by 20, 30. They had to grind it out. And again, barring some, really bad turnovers here, they're going to get it. And
Yeah, you're going to foul the best free throw shooter on the court right now.
Chance to extend his career high, Rick?
Absolutely. All right, Antoine, 7 out of 7 from the line. He mentioned he was 90% last year. And now this year, he's 20 out of 22. That's pretty good. And Antoine trying to continue to keep this game at arm's length for Radford. Double bonus, so he'll have 2 shots. Smooth as silk, much like Jamal Wilfer has no idea who I'm talking about. Next free throw is good.
But you gave me some great reading for after the game.
36 seconds, 77-66. Campbell continues his nice game with a layup, 77-68. Highlanders are going to go to 6-4. The Phoenix will fall to 5-4. They're going to foul one more time here with 27 seconds and a 77-68 lead.
And it's nice to see Radford near 80 points. You know, again, they're a team that has played slow, and I know Elon plays with a much faster pace, but I think this is kind of their range right here. I don't think they're a team that should play, you know, lightning fast, but I also don't think they're a team that should be late in the shot clock every possession. I got a little tease today seeing Josiah Harris warming up before the game.
I got the clue on that. All right, so Joe Harris, who is a big-time transfer coming in from St. Francis of Brooklyn, much like Rob Higgins for them. They were teammates. Okay, he's scheduled to come back when the Highlanders hit the road to take on Bucknell on the 16th. But what it was today, they wanted to get him out. He hasn't been able to do any warm-ups, right? Hasn't been able to do anything, so they wanted to get him out and run through the pregame in the uniform.
Where he might not play until conference play. It's nice that he'll get a couple of games before conference play. You don't really want to have a guy get the rust off in conference. But I'm hearing he's pretty good, Rick. I know
I'm looking forward to it.
A little bit.
Yeah, and he's a great kid, too. He's taking this all in stride, and he's looking forward to getting on the floor. And Highlander fans, you're going to love to see number 5 wearing the Highlander colors here, whether it's the regular colors or this New River City uni. I mean, he's going to be, I think, a factor, especially as he gets back into the flow and then in conference play begins.
And something else we haven't talked much about, TJ Neesmith didn't dress tonight, you know, so that's another piece that's right. That there is more to come.
We mentioned in the open, but he's out with a shoulder ailment. They're going to foul Antoine again, and he's just going to keep on adding to that point total. 28 for Antoine. Simpkins, no need to foul. Oh, that's illegal. That's just. Not only is it bad to contend it, but that was a late whistle. And that's an Elon high for him. He had 20 against Winthrop. Now they're going to inbound, and that's going to do it.
Oh, they're going to foul. Oh.
I'm very surprised that, well, Billy Taylor standing there, I don't think he wanted to foul. McKinnon, or check that, count it.
He will never forgive you.
Count it right here. 30 points, and let's just make another free throw. All right, come on. Come on.
Rick Watson, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Rick Watson.
I mean, it's money. Simpkins for 3, no good. Let the game finish out. We're done. The Highlanders win at 82-72. My thanks to Crystal Hubbard, Cole Wilder, the crew. Great job.